All right, let's talk about something we all use every single day but probably don't think about too much: preservatives. They're in our lotions, our food, you name it. We're going to break down the difference between natural and synthetic ones so you can feel a whole lot smarter next time you're reading a label. Let's get into it.
Seriously, have you ever thought about this? You leave a banana on the counter for a couple of days and boom, it's a whole science project. But that face cream, it can sit in your warm, steamy bathroom for months and it stays perfectly fresh. The secret? Well, it's the tiny but mighty ingredients holding back that microbial invasion: preservatives.
And trust me, it really is a battle. Inside pretty much every product you own, there's this constant, invisible war going on at a microscopic level. It's all about keeping things safe and stable for you to use.
So let's get on the same page with the definition. A preservative is basically any substance, whether it's from nature or made in a lab, that's added to a product to stop it from going bad. Think of it as the ultimate gatekeeper against spoilage.
So why are they so crucial? Well, any product that has water in it, and that's most of your creams and lotions, is basically a five-star buffet for microbes like bacteria, yeast, and mold. Without preservatives, these products wouldn't just get gross and smelly, they could actually become contaminated and lead to some really nasty skin infections. So they're not just about shelf life, they're about keeping you safe. So, who are these microbial bodyguards? Well, they generally fall into two big categories: the natural team and the synthetic team. Let's see how they stack up against each other. This idea of preserving stuff is nothing new. For centuries, humans have used things from the kitchen like salt, sugar, and vinegar to keep food from spoiling. What's really changed is that now we have these powerful, lab-created chemicals that are designed to do that job with incredible precision.
And this really lays it out perfectly. On one side, you've got Team Natural, stuff you probably recognize, like salt and honey. On the other side, you have Team Synthetic, with names you've definitely seen on ingredient lists, like benzoates and parabens.
Okay, let's zoom in and meet some of the specific players you might find on the back of a bottle. Here we go, two great examples. On the left, L-Ascorbic Acid, that's just the sciencey name for vitamin C, a fantastic natural antioxidant. And on the right, Sodium Benzoate. This is a super common synthetic that's really good at stopping mold and bacteria from setting up shop in your products.
Now, a lot of the popular natural options like vitamin E and rosemary extract are amazing antioxidants. Their main job is to protect the oils in a product from oxidizing. That's what happens when they're exposed to air and get that funky, rancid smell.
But here's the million-dollar question. Being an antioxidant is one thing, but what about all those microbes we talked about? Can these natural ingredients really fight off a full-scale bacterial invasion?
And this is where it gets tricky. See, a lot of natural options might be weaker or only work against certain types of germs. Synthetics, on the other hand, like the methylparaben you see here, are often what we call broad spectrum. Think of it like a security guard who can handle any kind of trouble. They're effective against a huge range of bacteria, yeast, and mold, all at the same time, even in tiny amounts.
Okay, let's get to the question that's probably on everyone's mind: safety. I mean, if these things are literally designed to kill living cells, are they safe for us to put on our skin? This quote really hits the nail on the head. A preservative's entire job is to be toxic to microbes. You can't separate its effectiveness from its toxicity. That's a really crucial idea to wrap your head around.
So the whole art and science of formulating a product is managing that toxicity. It's about finding the perfect concentration, just enough to stop the germs, but way below the level that would be harmful to you. It's an incredibly delicate and highly regulated balancing act.
And this is exactly why you can't just make sweeping generalizations. Look at this chart. It's complicated, right? Yeah, some synthetics have raised concerns about toxicity, but the story doesn't end there. Some natural preservatives have their own set of risks. For instance, the source material points out that some citrus seed extracts have been linked to hormonal issues, and if you use natural ingredients in high enough concentrations to actually work, you can run a real risk of skin irritation or allergic reactions.
So after all that, what are we supposed to do? Well, it all comes down to being an informed consumer and really knowing how to read that label.
Let's boil it all down into three simple takeaways. First, natural does not automatically mean better or safer. Second, synthetic does not automatically mean bad or dangerous. And third, remember that every single product is a trade-off. Formulators are constantly balancing how well a preservative works, how stable it is, and its overall safety profile. At the end of the day, this isn't about finding some magical chemical-free product.
Because, hey, everything is a chemical, including water. The real power comes from being knowledge-rich. It's about understanding why certain ingredients are in your products in the first place.
So I'll leave you with a little challenge. Next time you pick up a bottle, flip it over. Now that you know the difference between an antioxidant and a broad-spectrum antimicrobial, what's the first thing you're going to look for?